Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Albion. And when last we left off, we were in the forbidden area of the Druids building, looking for Barrow, and we just walked accidentally into some fire and nearly burned to death. But we are now going to avoid the fire while pressing all of these switches here. The floor-mounted plate drops a little bit. Well, we're going to press all 9 of them, while avoiding all of these flames. You can't, by the way, use any buckets on the flames to extinguish them, so you need to be very, very careful. I think the one we haven't pushed indeed is, in the middle. The door in the southwestern part of the room has opened. Right, let's go into that, shall we? If all the flames will stop patrolling by it. I'm really starting to think that they're patrolling by that door, preventing us from getting in. Oh, careful, we need to keep both the flames in view. Alright, what's in here? Piles of rubbish. Here is a single lockpick. We most certainly want to keep lockpicks. They are, after all, very, very useful indeed. Anything else that we can have a look at? What about here? It's just a barrel. There's nothing in this barrel. And this, however, is something we do want to look at. Alright, Raina, it's up to you. Let's see if you can get into this eventually. I think you can, if we are lucky. Eventually, you'll hopefully be able to open this. Hopefully. It is a random chance when we try and open this chest. It's a very random chance. There you go. We're in. 14 gold, that's not bad. What about 4 arrows? That's also pretty good. We can't stack those up. And 1 jewel. We definitely want to keep at least 1 jewel around just in case. Also, we want to leave this area now and not get burned. And we'll do that by quickly moving in this direction. I mean very quickly. There are some enemies. Oh, there are the enemies. Hello! We'll just wait for you to get to us. 3 warnaik 2s. That's really not that deadly at all, really. No, not even slightly. The levels that we gained in the Kiradani are certainly paying off, but these wouldn't be too difficult at this point anyway. The warnaik 3s still are, so we have to watch out for them. We haven't found any other enemies yet except these ones, though, which I have to say is quite a good thing. Also, Melthus is now level 9, which is also a very good thing. Alright. We have 1 single pile of rubbish here that we're going to have a look at very carefully, and there's nothing here whatsoever. That does not surprise me either. There are quite a lot of piles of rubbish that have nothing in them. Alright, carefully does it. Ah, there's something special here that I need to watch out for. Ah, that is a fountain. Hello, enemies! Are you having difficulty finding me? I will walk up to you so that I wish that I hadn't walked up to you now. That's rather dreadful. That's really dreadful. Like, really terrible. Alright. Fortunately, the warnaik 3 has moved just straight towards us, which is really advantageous, because we're going to obliterate this warnaik 3 now. Utterly. As much as we possibly can. And we'll have Raina attack here with his bow. There we go. Ooh. Yep, even with all that... Uh-oh, he's been poisoned. Fortunately, that's not as bad as it could possibly be, and the warnaik 3 is dead, which is quite good. We'll just focus all our attacks here and deal with the remaining ones. Yeah, the remaining ones really don't stand much chance against us at all. Not even slightly. I don't know if you can move over there, which is quite good. You actually moved up there, which is quite helpful, actually. It means that 3 of us can attack you. And down you go. Excellent. What we want to do is we want to get rid of all that, well, the poison, really. Fortunately, we have a way of doing that using the, remove the heal poisoning spell. There we go. A little bit of magic goes a long, long way. Also, we want to use these buckets that we have. Ah, we don't need to. They're already full. Right, let's have a look around and see what we can find, shall we? Over here is a different area with a different flooring. There is not a lot in here right now. Just a ruined table and nothing else, it would seem. We'll explore carefully. There doesn't appear to be anything in here at all. Ah well, we can hear a lot of fire though. And fire is not usually a good thing at all. Well, let's explore over here to the east though. There is one item that we really want. Also, there are some more warnaiks. Hello! There appear to be a lot of you. And when there were 3, there were in fact only 2. I can deal with there being only 2. That works for me. Just oh dear. Just oh dear indeed. Let's use a frost splinter here, I think. Seems like a really good idea. And why not a fireball? Fireball also seems like a really good idea. That's why I was wanting to do that. Also, she is now ill. I don't know if that's something we can cure using a, using one of the spells. That's really not good. We might need to backtrack out of here to cure that. Alright, is that something we can cure? There is cure, intoxication, blindness, and poisoning. I don't think she's any of those things right now. I think she is just ill. Does resting solve that? You know what? I'm not even going to take the chance on if resting is going to solve that. I'm in fact going to backtrack a little. There is somebody who will heal our wounds for free. All of our wounds. So we're going to backtrack quite a bit. It is worth backtracking here, because I don't want to lose any of my party to anything, and I don't remember how bad the ill trait is. And that's something that the warnaiks can do. The status effects that can be inflicted aren't great. Fortunately, we aren't very far into the forbidden area. There does come a time when this isn't necessarily possible anymore, doing this. Ooh. Also, if you run into the fire, you get burned. That does make sense. But unlike the sword blades, you can actually walk into those. Also, I don't know why that's shut behind us, but hey, let's go over here and be like, hey, guess what? We only went very briefly in, got horribly ill, and now we've run back out. It is something that happens. Sometimes you just get status effects that I don't think you can deal with. And I'm not sure we can deal with that one. Maybe we might want to buy a few potions. We might want to. It's probably a good idea, especially if we find that status effect a few more times. Hello! You're going to treat us for free because, where are you? That's actually a really good question. Oh, there you are, you're hiding in a corner. How are you? Indeed, we need healing. You need healing. Ill. There you go, she is healed. And we also have wounded, and he'll pretty much just heal all of us. For absolutely free. Which is really, really good. I'm not sure how long that lasts. I think after we've gone and rescued Barrow, these services are no longer free. Also, do you have anything that we could buy? No, you do not. Hopefully that status effect is not going to hit us again. We might need some potions to deal with that. I don't know if there are any potions to deal with that, actually. The potions that, maybe it goes away after you rest. I couldn't tell you. It's not a status effect I ever remember getting. But then again, it was, probably something that did happen more often. Why have you shut the door? Okay, fair enough. You may be letting in, like, a draft or something, but who shut this door? Who went into the forbidden area that they're not meant to go into and shut that door? Who did that? Did you just not tell anyone that you went in and did it? You didn't reset any of the traps, which admittedly is a good thing, because if you'd have reset the traps, I'd have been really annoyed, and then I'd know that somebody was working against us here. Haha, we reset those traps! Those pesky adventurers will not stand a chance. Also, some people may wonder why I'm not picking up, like, the really cheap items there. In the end, it's just worth it, me not carrying them around. It doesn't make much sense for me. Right. We'll avoid all these flames, and then one of them just veers straight into us, and then we all burn. It doesn't actually take that long to get back into this area, which at least is nice. Right, there's a lot of places we can explore. We need to be a little bit careful. Also, I think we want to go into this northern area over here. Any more enemies over here? No, it doesn't seem so. There's also no piles of anything for us to worry about in terms of, like, loot. Also, we're using the wrong person if we want to use the buckets. There we go, one down. This is how big, by the way, these pillars of flame are meant to be. Oh. Alright. It seems like there's some kind of puzzle going on here. We, at the moment, can just use Tom for now. The amount of illumination that you get, or rather the visibility when Tom is in control, is actually quite palpable. I think it's actually raised a tiny bit if we have... I'm just going to check this again, I'm never entirely sure. We'll use the light spell here. No, it doesn't make any difference here. I think it would make a difference if Dra wasn't leading the party, but right now it really doesn't. Also, let's use this here, and just extinguish... Nope, we need Tom again. Extinguish this flame, which will then relight that one, but that's okay, because we'll use that switch there, and then we'll use this switch here, like that. The door to the right of the switches has opened, which is very handy. Also, I don't... Ooh, there is a chest there. Do I want to open this? I think I do. Very carefully. Alright. Somewhere in this place is something bad that's going to happen, and we've just got to wait until that opportunity, or rather that occurs. Eventually, Raina will open this. There we go. Here is a crystal dagger. You'll notice it looks a lot different to the other crystal daggers that we've seen. There is a reason for that. This crystal dagger is cursed, and rather useless. So we're just taking it for... I have no idea actually why we're taking it, but that one is indeed very, very cursed. We don't actually want it, but we've took it anyway. There are better items here. There is actually a fantastic item eventually. We've just got to find it first. There is a helmet that you can find in this dungeon that is basically the helmet I think I have Tom equipped with for the entire game once I get it. I mean, the Dream Shield is by far one of the best shields in the game, and I think that helmet is one of the best helmets in the game. Also, let's keep exploring around here, shall we? There is a door that we can open, is there? Ah, we can open this door. I anticipate there being some enemies somewhere. Is there one behind us? The game is telling us there's an enemy somewhere. Over here? No. Alright then. Nothing in here either. There are just rooms that just have nothing in them sometimes. It's like, what's in this room? Nothing of particular interest. There's a piece of wood, but we're not really interested in a piece of wood, are we? There's probably enemies over here somewhere. In fact, the only place that we can go is down now, so let's go down, shall we? Very carefully, and I think look this way. Somewhere over here. Yep, hello! There's a lot of you. Is there actually a lot of you? Yes, there are. Unfortunately, you're all kind of rubbish. Yeah, warnaik ones, I'm really not worried about you. Like, at all. Not even slightly. I could probably get rid of most of you with all these attacks here. And watch now, only one of them die. Right, that's one dead. Let's see the other ones. Ooh, a hit. Okay, only one of you died. I did call it, by the way, that only one would die, but that's still not bad. And yet the warnaik 2, which is the more ferocious of the enemies, I was about to say fearsome, but ferocious works too, that one died immediately. There we go. And I think this... Oh, are you trying to flee? That's not a good idea. Ah, we're going to have to let you run, unfortunately. There you go, off you go. Also a nice little touch, when you advance the corpses that you've left behind, stay there, and you just run past them. That is a really nice little touch. I like things like that, they're really good. Also, there doesn't appear to be anything here at all in this little alcove, which is not a bad thing. Alright, somewhere over here, we're going to need to find where we're going. There is a barrel. There is nothing in the barrel. There is a door somewhere around here as well, and there's likely going to be enemies in that door. rather past the door. If they're in the door, that's rather difficult for them. Ah, hello! You can just go through flames with no problems whatsoever. Also, there are far nastier things in this dungeon than warnaiks. Far, far nastier. Ah, you've gone over there. That's really not good. That's really bad. Have a frost splinter, even though it's going to be way too late to actually stop you from hitting any of us. And if you give me one moment, I will be right back. And we are back. Apologies for the interruption there. Let's deal with this warnaik 3, shall we? Have at thee! Oh, thee was not had at. That is really good. That Raina did not die horribly there. It's really bad, however, that we didn't manage to kill the warnaik 3 immediately, but I'm pretty sure we can deal with the warnaik 3 now. The armor that Raina has is actually not unimpressive. Also, level 14 for Raina. That's not bad at all. Also, this carry capacity is being filled up with warnaik spears. I think it's time right now to heal Raina up a little. That was a close call, and I believe there is a puzzle in this room. Oh yes, we have to be very, very careful avoiding all of these flames. These flames will hurt, and I don't even think they get extinguished if we move into them, so to speak. I don't think they go out, which would make sense. There is nothing in here. There is nothing in this one. No, there is something in this one, I think. Yes, there is. You'll notice that this crystal dagger looks more like an actual crystal dagger. That is because this one isn't cursed. If you see items that are labelled as one thing but look very much like something else, they're usually cursed. Because the particular items in the game that are really good have different names. Whereas, say, if it says crystal dagger, 9 times out of 10, it's just going to be cursed, and that's no good whatsoever. Is there an enemy somewhere around here? Maybe there's one in that room that we're just by. Let's go use this torch. We have used a fair few of them already, and have a look in here, shall we? And if you give me one moment, I shall be back once again. And we are back once again. Apologies once again. Let us move on into this room that is doubtless full of enemies that are likely behind me. Oh, hello! You appear to be stuck behind a table, which really shouldn't work considering you can fly. Let me help you. I wish I hadn't helped you now, because this is not a particularly nice fight. Hello, warnaik 3, how are you? Are you going to try and kill us? I think you most certainly are. But that's okay, because we're going to kill everything else that we possibly can first. There we go. Unfortunately, that wasn't a lot of things that we could kill there, so we're just going to see what we can do to help out here. We could move Malthus there. That might be a mistake, but it's worth trying at the very least. There we go. 1 warnaik 3 killed. Not bad whatsoever. And now we can just have everybody else deal with all the other threats that are here. They shouldn't really be that difficult. And this is when one of them breaks, like, Malthus's armor or something. It could happen. But fortunately, the focus of the attacks there is on Tom and not Malthus. There we go. Excellent. Even more experience. These are going to give us a lot of money, I do believe. Let's see if there's anything in here worth looking at. The answer is, I don't think so. I think this room only had, this room pretty much only had that one thing in it. We do, however, want to go this way. I think we've pretty much explored this entire floor. There is, however, a, one thing we do want to do on the next floor, which involves us getting a really, really nice item. And we've moved a little bit too far this way. We want to actually go this way, and narrowly avoid a massive column of fire here. We definitely want to use a bucket of water on this. I don't know if we want to go and refill it. I suppose it can't hurt to do so, it's not far away, and we might need another bucket of water. We will eventually be throwing away those buckets of water. We definitely don't need them after this dungeon, that's for sure. It is one of the situations that I quite like where, an item that you think wouldn't be useful is like a background item, like a bucket. Ropes are also rather useful. There is, however, a reason why they are sold. we will be needing ropes. We may not be needing multiple ropes, but we will most certainly be needing ropes. Also, that is not a wall that you can break through. Sometimes I thought that was. Also, here are some more warnaiks. A lot of them. Also, I think this is one of the last fights we're going to get that's going to be relatively easy. And I say relatively easy because this fight doesn't have one particular new enemy type. We're going to find a new enemy type soon that's going to be rather prevalent for the rest of the game. And I don't particularly like the enemy type that we're going to encounter, but it's worth noting that they are here to stay. There we go. They're all against Dre, which is good. Dre has one of the highest defensive stats in the party, and we're really doing poorly in terms of hitting anything right now. Like, anything at all. Also, moving, there might have been a mistake. We need to actually split our fire here. There we go. Excellent. Really should have had Tom attack someone else, but I couldn't trust that Dre would hit. Excellent. One fireball for victory. And I think we can pretty confidently mop up everything else that's left here. There we go, a melee attack there, and a bow fired that way. There we go. Excellent. Nicely done, party. Nicely done. Let's move on, shall we? Down further into this place. We're on the next floor now. The next floor has something very particular that we're going to need to watch out for. Let's have a look here. Do we really want to use that that thing there? I'm not sure that we do. Alright. Here is a small puzzle. As you can see, we can't actually get through this area right now, because we want to, that way is the way we want to go, but there is also a pit here. And the pit is a really bad idea. The pit is a really terrible idea. Alright, what we need to do is we need to, I do believe, push this here. There should also be a button somewhere that is a little well hidden. If memory serves, anyway. I could be wrong here. I could actually be very wrong. Actually, no, I think the button's down here. There, you see that button? That button is very important. We want to actually push that button. Let's press this first. A flame comes from the floor's brass-bound hole. Oh! Bad. That's really bad. Yeah, it's going to make this rather tricky. I forgot. I thought that would just be a stationary flame. No, evidently not. And again. Yep, quick, move away from that. We do, however, want to press this button. There we go. The sound of rubbing stones comes from the east side of the room. Yeah, the east side of the room is most certainly where we want to go here. Where is that, When you say the east side of the room, you actually mean the west. Here is a room that is actually rather important. In terms of getting a really nice item, it's in here. It's locked, of course, as it normally is. Let's see if we can get this open, shall we? We really want this open. We will use a lockpick if we have to get this one open, because this is a really good item. Here we are. There is a sun dagger for a start. Sun daggers are actually really quite good. They're really good, but this helmet with a crystal, however, as you can see, provides 15 points of armor. And compare that to, say, the studded cap that we have here, which provides 4. If we put this on, you'll notice that his magic resistance shoots through the roof. Equipped with this helmet as Tom now is, Tom now has 41 protection, which actually means that Tom heavily outclasses Dre now in the form of defense. Tom most certainly is a frontline fighter now, in the sense that Tom is not going to be hurt by anything that much anymore. That is one of the better helmets in the game, and something we definitely want to hold on to. But that is for another time, the solving of this puzzle over here, that is. There are going to, by the way, be a lot more flames in there before we are done. So, when we come back, folks, we're going to, I'm not sure we're going to rest just yet, but we are most certainly going to solve this, puzzle, which just involves pressing that button a few more times, and unfortunately unleashing another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 more flames in that room. It's a lot more flames. Also, there is a pit. I'm not quite sure we want to go into that pit just yet, but I'm pretty sure that... Oh, amber lights have gone out. Fortunately, a flame is trying to come over and... Oh! A flame was wanting to come over and say hi. Also, you'll notice that those flames don't illuminate anything around them, which is not a good thing whatsoever. Please stay out of here. Excellent. I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.